McCabe from the gates of a prison. Don't you dare present yourself as a defender of the Republic. There's Gardaí dead in this country as a result of the actions of your party's army wing. You know nothing about defending the Republic. Nothing about defending the Republic. And here you all are with your Hamas buddies. Jean McConville.
See, when pressure mounts on them a little bit more and more, which it has been recently, the last few years, pressure's really been put on them. It's made people question their motives more, you know. And when the pressure goes up a level, they do these little skits like they're all enemies in there. They're not all enemies in there, people. You all know this. They're all buddies in there. And Shinners might turn around to you and say, "What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. You know, Sinn Féin stand for Ireland and Ireland alone and blah, blah, all this." Now, they're all bleeding mates, right? And him holding up that thing saying, "And here you are with your little Hamas buddies." Who's the people who have been speaking up for Palestine? When they speak up for Palestine, they're inadvertently cheering on Hamas, whether you like it or not. That's just the reality of things, you know. I would say free Palestine from Hamas and Hezbollah. That's what I would say. And Islam. That's what I would say. I'd say free Palestine from all them things. But of course, these won't go that step further and say that, because they need to keep the shit show going. And what better way to do that than leave out key parts, key vital information about the whole shit show as there is over there. This little back and forth between him and Mr. Doherty is nothing but a show. They want people to get emotionally involved in their antics, because they know if they put on this show of party against party, that they know that that's going to manipulate people emotionally, because people are emotionally involved or invested in their party choice. You know, I don't stand with any of these parties. I don't stand with any government officials. There's now and again there's the odd one that might say something that's like, "Oh, that's a good point. That's what we're all saying." The likes of Mr. McGrath, you know. But sure, even him, like, he stood out there with the water protests and things. Now, he was standing out there the other day with the people, Wake Up Ireland. He was standing out there talking to all those people, which is good. You see, that's a good thing, because that's what we want to highlight. But whether or not he keeps up that momentum is another story. He might just fall back into the fold now and just continue to go along, which he probably will. You know, they all do, because if they go against the grain, it's like those people. It's like those people who won't say anything that goes against the narrative because their funding will be cut. The same goes for these. They know if they go against the narrative of what the European Union want or what the WEF want, that their funding's going to be cut and they're going to be dropped. Hell, they might even disappear, you know. It's a case of that, or they have some sort of snuff videos on all these people and just make them go in there and say, "Right, this is your plan today. Go out there and attack Fine Gael. You go out there and attack Sinn Féin and bring up stuff about bring up the past about the IRA and stuff like that." You know, because they know human emotion is like one of the most prevalent human traits that they can use to manipulate very easily. Emotion is in everything when you think about it, like sports and everything. It's in everything, and these people know this. And the little weasel Harris, he's shaking when he's talking, you know, because that's not like righteous anger. That's fake anger. That's why he's shaking. That's why his hand is twitching. Go back and watch his hand twitching like mad. It's all a fucking facade. They want to manipulate people emotionally, and that's why they have party against party in here talking about stuff like this. And he even contradicts himself, saying, "Here you are with your little Hamas buddies." No, you're the one supporting Palestine, you clown. But the key part of that is he's failing to mention free Palestine from Hamas, from Hezbollah. He won't say that part. You see, it's all emotional manipulation with these fuckers.